He's got a long climb up out of that steep hole. She's up there at the boom. We got 4 trucks to load this morning, and we're just trying to get some wood out before it thaws. It's gonna thaw in an hour or two, few hours. I had some cut yesterday up on the hill, and Big D's finally has got the cutter moving, so. But he ain't got a lot he can cut with the big cutter, which sucks. When Big D's running, that's when we're moving wood. The rest of the time we're just farting around.
Alright, howdy guys, what's going on today? I thought I'd share and help y'all help explain what the heck we're doing today. We're working out in the woods. The time we shot this video, it's about the 1st of December, and we got a little freeze, but the ground's not cool enough yet, and it won't hold. We're a little too far south, and it won't hold, so we're trying to hurry up. We're way back across the field on this job where we don't belong where we're at, but we got to get this timber out. It's got walnut in it, and this is in December, and to make our we got a bunch of payments in the end of the year and stuff like that, and to make all the cash work out right for the end of the year, we need to get that walnut out for the veneer sale we're going to have. So we took a chance. We seen a freeze coming on. We thought, heck with it, we'll go for it. Well, the ground don't lay right. It's soft and it's steep. It's that steep, sandy, soft, and now it's got snow on and it's wet and all this good mess. So nothing's laying right and going right, and it's too steep coming up out of there. A lot of this is steep ground, and don't look it, but it is steep ground. You'll see some of the stumps I cut and stuff will be, I'll cut one side of the tree be below my feet, and the other side will be over my head. And then some of them I can't even get around the bottom side. I think the last tree I cut, I had to just wing it from the top side because I couldn't get around the bottom side. It'd have been 5 foot over my head. But the dozer we're running is a 700H. Those of you not familiar with our dozer that we're skidding with. Me and Big Daddy's down over the hill. Roger and Derek's got the cutter running and the grapple skidder up on the hill, but me and Big Daddy's going at the slow cat-skinning way. So we're getting the hard stuff down in the hole, and I had come out early this morning. We didn't have enough logs cut up because it is a slow start and everything was being aggravating. And we didn't have enough logs cut up to load the trucks out that we're trying to get loaded out this morning. So we're trying to get the last of the walnut done, which Derek and Roger's working on that. And I'm trying to get enough fodder then to load out the rest of the trucks and get it out on solid ground before the ground thaws out. And what's going to happen is after we get the trucks loaded and out, I'm going to try to cut enough timber down this bottom to get ahead of Big Daddy and a dozer to where I can get out of here then, get back to the mill and help in the mill. So I'm kind of running all over the place trying to get this done, but you'll see me hooking up Big Daddy and stuff because what's important right now, the top priority for the next half hour or so that I'm working here in the woods is to get the wood up the top so Big Mama can get it whacked up and throw it on trucks and we get the trucks pulled out to the hard ground. Then I could kick back, take my time, do a good job cutting, and cut ahead for Big Daddy to where he could skid the rest of the day while I'm gone and headed back to the mill to work at the mill. I've been taking a load of logs in with me when I go. So I get into in this video, I get into some Humboldt stumping. The ground is lays so bad and the trees are so big and heavy, and it's poplar busts easy. So I get to using some Humboldt stumps and some slip faces on my couple Humboldt stumps I did it on, to throw the butt in the mud before the top hits the ground. So that way you can kind of throw the tree off the stump and down over the hill so it'll lay flatter, and then when it hits it'll also be splatting in the mud. To where it takes up the shock, absorbs the shock, and don't bust the tree. So this is a poplar tree I'm cutting right here, those of you not familiar with it. So and you'll see me doing some measuring, cutting up some of these big suckers because I got to piece them down so Big Daddy can pull them out of this steep hole with that dozer. Big Daddy 700 is a big enough dozer to do a good job of finish work, but it's a little small for skidding these big trees up out of this hole like this. So that's why I'm piecing them down to a manageable size. It burst a little bit. I've been cutting a little bit out in the woods, not much, but I'm trying to get back in my groove. I love wearing them muck boots, muck boots, insulated muck boots. When it's like this, I love them things. If you can keep your look at my stuff just broke. Oh, it ticked me off. I have an old belt stuff. I ain't got my stuff thrown together yet, and we didn't have enough stuff to get a belt thrown together, the proper heavy-duty belt that it takes to hold me hold up for what I'm doing. So I had to order parts and stuff, and that ticked me off, because then you got to carry all your stuff around the rest of the day, because I just broke the belt, jumped off that tree and broke the belt in half. But I got up this morning, got to throw my stuff together before I hit the road, come head to the woods. I just ain't quite prepared. I'm working on getting prepared, but I'm not quite there still. So we'll finally get there.
Cheap piece of shit, mother trucking mother. Woo! Afraid that cheap piece of shit would give out on me. Worked on this son of a buck 4:30 this morning trying to get this shit together. Just a bunch of old junk I had in my truck. I ain't ready. I ain't prepared. Aggravating.
I thought I'd go ahead and share that. I was a little bit toxic this morning. Big Daddy's running the dozer and working with me. I'm a red. And when the chips are down, what a red tends to do is a personality trait. Look up the DISC method, and you can read about it if you want to as far as personality goes. But I'm a red. And reds tend to be goal-driven and everything. But when the chips are down and things gets tight, I just get grittier and grittier and grittier till it works or breaks or whatever it's going to do. And this morning, my only focus, I don't care about nothing but getting them 4 trucks loaded and over the hill before the thaw out. And I'm trying to get enough wood to where I know these trucks are going. That's why I went ahead and cut that sycamore. It was the next tree, and I mean, it ain't worth it. It's just sycamore. But it wasn't shaky. But I'm just trying to get some weight on them trucks. Some trucks go back fully loaded, you know. So I'm trying to get that accomplished, all that. And that's all my mind's on. Now, Big Daddy, he's worked with me for years. He knows how I am, and he knows I'll get to pushing too hard. And there's a lot I got to stay safe. It's a pretty dangerous job, cutting timber is, and I got to stay safe and not get hurt or nothing like that because, you know, well, I don't know how to explain all that. But anyways, Big Daddy, he looks out for me. Long story short. So he needs to make sure that he's trying to make sure that I don't get myself hurt or nothing like that. And I keep things under control, which I just go. It's my habit. I tend to go and go and go till it's just a little bit out of control and wild. But now once we get the trucks loaded, I'm cool. I can chill out. I can have a good time. But till them trucks are loaded and I know they're over the hill and they had enough wood up the yard, then I'm just going to be stressed out and honking at it. And anything that slows that down is nothing to me but a daggone aggravation. You know what I mean? I don't give two craps about anything but getting them 4 trucks out. And once they're out, do whatever, you know. So I come across a little bit edgy and stuff, but I'm busy. Got a lot to do. Love helping these guys in the woods. I love cutting timber. Cutting timber and driving log trucks, my guilty pleasures. So anytime I get a chance to do that stuff, I get super excited. But you know, I just love doing that. But I got responsibles now, so to get to do this and help these guys out and enjoy helping them out and stuff, I do got to keep up with the logs at the mill and make sure everything's going good at the mill for the other guys. You know, I got to stick with them and help them out some. And Rick and Ball's been having a little trouble dealing with some stuff at home and stuff like that, so I'm trying to help him keep caught up on the bands, which I had a little trouble in the file room and screwed up some bands. So I don't know. I told him, I said, I don't know if I'm helping you or hurting you. You know, he just laughed. But you know, so I got other stuff on my mind. I need to keep on schedule. So I come out here. We left 4:30 this morning. Left the mill at 4:30. Left an hour early. Try to beat this thaw out. We left early this morning, come back, and I'm going to try to cut timber till about 11:30 in the morning, and then hop in the log truck, haul a load of logs back, and then get to work in the sawmill for the rest of the day. So that's what's up. If y'all's wondering why I'm like I am, I'm not normally an asshole to work with. I don't think, but this morning I am. I'm kind of brash to be around, and Big Daddy's he's like me. He's goal driven too. He's after the same thing. He knows we gotta get this done, but he's also, you'll hear him check in on me a few times. He's also trying to keep me under control, chilled out, you know, safe and working properly.
Here, go ahead. I'll get it. Is there a chance we can get Derek? If we keep at it, or you think it'll?
We can get what way?
Is there a chance we can get Derek's truck if we keep at it, or?
Oh yeah.
Hope lost.
It's up there now.
Okay.
Finish loading part. The truck's ready to back in.
All right.
Now it's hard to tell from the vidge and everything, but a lot of these trees are pretty daggone big that we're cutting. Even though they're poplar, they're still so daggone big, you're going to have to shorten them up. And some of these I got to put in 4 and 5 pieces. I know there's a couple trees he drug out like 6 different drags with that dozer. So, I mean, some of these got really, really big. And there's some, and we got to, and I'm going to split a bunch of them at the mill. So we're going to have to have them and saw them, which I got a video doing that later on and stuff. But when you're going in these tops like this, the poplar, you can't make cross ties out of poplar. And we're 100 miles from home, so you got to be careful of what you decide is going to be something you take back to the mill and what you're not. Especially back here across this frozen field that we don't need to haul extra stuff across or plate with extra stuff. It's going to suck up our time if it ain't necessary. But these poplars are straight. The mommy's got, they cut good cans and pallet stock and some, poplar, 1 common is mediocre price, but 2 common is basically nothing. And 1 common is cheaper than daggone cans, crating. So, I mean, this is not high dollar wood. So if you're going to go up after in these tops like I'm doing right now, they better be long, straight. You see how they're long, straight, or at least 10 foot straight sections in them, So it just the whole time you're looking at these like the grade down the bottom of the tree. You're looking at it for the grade and the thick stock lumber and stuff like that. When I'm cutting them up, you'll see how I'm measuring some of them out and cutting them up and having a little trouble deciding what I'm going to cut them at. Because you're trying to pick what's going to make good grade lumber, and then you got to think when you get towards the top of what's going to make when you need to stop, because it's not going to make crating, or make long crating, that type of thing.
God damn it. Gotta get around that curve. That's gonna be kind of hard for him, but the tree's pretty light. This is slow logging, but we'll get it. but this could go like shit. I don't know. I might kill that walnut tree. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try not to bust this freaky, but it might bust. We're just doing some barnyard hillbilly stuff on this tree. We'll see how we get along. Put a West Coast slip face on it. We'll see if that works for me. That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Professional Logging Incorporated Corporation. Baby Top Tree Cut. That went split. So the idea behind the split face is to throw the butt. See where the butt went? See how far the butt jumped from the stump? What that does, it throws the butt down the mud. So when that hits, it's in the mud instead of on that stump. The West Coast guys do that trick. They call it the slip face. Us East Coasters ain't used to that. Anyway, my God, what a mammoth tree. cut it. on, Big Daddy. That little drag mark's got a hole through it. That little scuff mark down there's got a hole through it. I know it's a ways back, but what we'll do is we'll hook to the top one while this one's together. And then, oh, freak, it ain't together. Yeah, duh, tater. Duh. I shouldn't have cut that all the way off before I separated these parts. I'm just so proud of how that went. I just a tickled pink. That gummit. It's been a while since I pulled some longer weight tatty tot bull mess. And it went rather smooth. That butt made it clear down to here before that top hit. And she laid down flat. See, now if I'd have hit up there on the stump cantilever, boom, it'd have busted in the toothpicks at about that freaking elm tree. And been a bunch of worthless wood. It's got to break a little bit yet. If it's not behaving, I have to sniff it some. We'll try it. I was aiming to trim all this up while you was gone. Hell, let me hook you this other one, Dad. You can pull it out. Well, I can trim this off here while you're gone. She ain't gonna trim it either.
Now I get a little hard on the fibers of this tree, bucking this like I'm doing. It's a sycamore number 1, a cheaper species. Number 2, it's above my head. So you're going to cut a tree this big above your head. It's got that much swing to it. You're going to have to cut it to where it falls away from you. Because if you get it wrong, that thing can swing towards you and you can't even outrun it. Next thing you know, it's over landing on top of your chest, you know. So I did tear up some fibers there. It's going to be hard on the head sawyer. I'm sorry, Mikey or Perry or Matt. But I was scared that thing was going to fall. I didn't want to drop to where it fall towards me instead of, you know, away from me. This is an ash tree cutting up on the hill there. I just want to break in here and say before I get off here, and my daggone mic on my helmet swung up and got in the way. Apologize. That's my Bluetooth for my phone mic there, and then I could talk with that. That's a I forgot what. I think it's a 3M Peltor. I think it's a Peltor XPI or something like that. XPI, something like that. Bluetooth headset. It's pretty expensive, but I can cut timber and talk on the phone at the same time. And that helps a bunch when I'm organizing stuff and things of that nature. So, but I keep swinging the mic boom up out of my way, and I put it right in the way of the camera sometimes. So I apologize for that, guys.
Hopefully, I judged this tree right, and it's already sitting back hard. You son of a buck. I'll never lift that. Let me double wedge it, see if I can even pick it up. I bet I can't even pick it up. Nope. It's heavy. It went. Good job. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that, does just fine. Yes, sir. Now I'm getting back to my old tricks where I'm cutting the center out and stuff. I'm starting to get back in the groove again. It just took me a little bit. We'll get there. Rome wasn't built, or something like that. Rome got built. Yeah, hell yeah, Rome got built. Rome got built something about a day, is what I say.
I'll kind of talk through this one. This is a poplar tree. I'm going to cut across that valley. It don't look like much, but that ditch is a good ways down there. And you can see when I get to the bottom end, and I'm cutting a Humboldt stump. Any Westerner watching this know what I'm talking about, and a lot of Easterners too. But the idea behind this Humboldt stump, and I do them every once in a while, and I used to do them a bunch in the right situations. And but I kind of got, rusty and forgot about them here for a bit. But in softer wood like poplar and stuff like that, not in hickory or white oak or, poplar and red oak and soft maple and stuff like that, you can use this Humboldt in that softer wood when you need to. And the goods of this Humboldt that I like to do, if you're cutting timber on a property line, you can keep the butt on the front side of the stump to where when you're conventional or open face notching, you take a chance on a tree. If you hit something, it can slide back over somebody's fence or something like that. Also, when you cut a Humboldt, it'll throw the front of the tree on the ground before the top hits the ground and kind of throw it forward off the stump for you to get that butt down in the mud. Now see, this saw's up over my head. Well, it ain't over my head, but it's head height. So that's kind of telling you how you're. And on the upper side of the tree, I'm having to clean out around the tree to keep the saw out of the mud, So that kind of tells you where you're at as far as the way the land lays. It's hard to do it, to see it on a video like that. But I'm going to swing on around here and throw that thing down the ditch. I'm not going to come on here and talk no more. Thank you all for watching, those of you stuck with this video. I appreciate it. And I know I don't answer comments like I need to. I'm going to try to get back to answering comments. Guys, I'm just covered up and busy, and I apologize for that. I'll get to it. I want to thank you all for the comments you all give. Every once in a while, I'll be doing something and I can sit down and I just go through the list of comments and read them. So whether I get to you or not, don't think it's falling on deaf ears. I appreciate you all's comments. Thank you all so much. You all have helped me through things. I did get my Warburg carburetor kit, getting that other carburetor fixed. So I want to thank you all so very much for that, for the help and stuff like that. And I wanted to say kudos to the 592 XP. It has quickly turned into my favorite freaking chainsaw I've ever used. Thanks everybody. Have a good one later on.
Working perfect. You just might have to back up, jerk sideways on it, should break.
I'll do that way.
I'll top this all out, then I'll probably need to go. What time you got? Oh, that ain't bad. Did she call Jimmy? That all should be ready to break. Yeah, I'll just get this ready and I'll probably start working my way that way. I got a couple to cut over there and that's probably good.
Take care of it. We're doing good.
Look at this weird dude. It's built like a daggone trigger in a dog's leg. Big old red oak. I'm gonna try to not break that walnut there. That walnut, I'm trying not to break it and get it down that hole. Broke off